So how do you defend, how do you combat against the 1-2 punch? Well, now we've got Hero down here, and the first thing I want to do is actually kind of touch on some of the topics I talk about in the serve strategy video, because in that video I talk about your positioning behind the baseline and how the further behind the baseline you are, the more opportunity there is for the ball, especially if it's out wide, to tail away from you. And you can see that kind of illustrated here with these two hash marks. Simply by making contact with the ball back here, you have to travel this distance right here more to get to the ball. It's actually more like this distance here. So it's a couple extra feet, and that can actually that can obviously matter a lot if the serve's got some pace on it. And it's not just a matter of getting to the ball. Then you of course have to have that extra distance to recover back as well. So positioning is a real big element with the serve. Now, of course, when you're deciding where to position yourself, you need to take all these various factors into account. If you handle pace well, you can step up and take the ball early. If you don't handle trajectory well and the ball is really kicking up on you, then you probably need to stand in and try and take it early before it gets high in your strike zone. If you struggle moving while hitting, you want to take it early so the ball doesn't have an opportunity to tail away, and so on. So a lot of considerations with your serve positioning, because it certainly is an opportunity with your positioning to kind of dictate what factors you have to deal with, right? Like I said, deal with pace, less time if you're standing up. Well, you can control the strike zone by moving up or alternatively backing up. So a lot of stuff to think about there. Now, in terms of where you want to place your serve, first, if you can hit it here or you can hit it there, it almost doesn't matter what type of shot you hit. You just get the check mark, because it's going to be very hard if you hit a shot there for your opponent to get over to it, and that might just be an outright winner. Same thing over here. I mean, you could just hit some kind of floaty ball, but if it bounces there or if it bounces here, you're going to be in good shape. Now, in terms of a ball that's kind of at a bigger target right in the middle of the court, the two main factors I would be trying to go for, and you can go for either one. You don't have to go for both. It'd actually be kind of hard to get pace and a high trajectory. So let's just start with high trajectory. If you can really get that thing arcing and kicking up off the court, as we've talked about, a lot of players struggle with the trajectory, with the ball really coming up off the court. You can certainly get it high in someone's strike zone doing that. So a lot of players are going to struggle if you use the trajectory, high trajectory, to really hit a quality shot in the open court. Now, the other thing you can do is hit here with a lot of pace. So you're not really going for a precise location, but you're just going for a lot of pace. And this is something Andre Agassi used to do quite well, not just on the serve, but when he was trying to get back in a point and he was out of position, he would just rip the ball really hard into a big area of the court. So the term is big shot, big target. And I learned this term from Frank Salazar, one of my mentors, awesome mentors, awesome coach. And yeah, the tactic is just aim for a big target, hit hard at it. You got a lot of margin for error there. The low net as well. And if you hit real hard, it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter how good your opponent is. They're probably going to struggle a little bit being super precise and redirecting that thing into the open court. So that is also a nice way to neutralize this. If you just take a big rip, it's going to really limit their ability to do a lot. And as you'll see in the serve strategy video, their positioning is up, so a lot of these balls might be bouncing right at their feet, so it's going to be tough for them to handle that shot, which means anything they hit, it's more likely to be somewhere here, and even if they do get it over here, it's not going to be the best shot in the world. You'll have plenty of time to run over and hit a quality shot back.